everyone, welcome back to yoga. Finding your space. Remember to find a comfortable, secure spot, especially a good secure chair that won't move too much for you, that'll help you keep stable. Let's go ahead and make sure that we either have a block, maybe a ball, so that we can move between the inner thighs here and be able to contract into the pelvic floor and our abs, and a belt. Let's go ahead and start with our breath. We're going to bring the breath in and out of the nose. So let's close the eyes for a moment, lengthen tall. Make sure that our glutes feel nice and firm here on the chair, that our soles of our feet are planted, that the ankle and knee alignment, and that we have hip width distance apart. Let's just start by breathing in out the nose, bringing focus, closing the eyes. And as we bring focus to the breath, we're bringing it back to the third eye, above and between the brows here. Maybe we give it a little tap with some fingers above and between the brows. Just bringing attention to the third eye. Maybe we start to swirl the finger in the center of the third eye. And as we bring attention here above and between the brows, we're also drawing that energy all the way into the pineal gland. So imagine a long line of energy moving between left and right brain, center of the mind. Let's go ahead and release. So today we're going to come into our Bijan mantra, our seed mantra, out loud. The sound for the third eye is Om. If you want to bring a hand mudra to this, we can bring tip of the thumb to the tip of the index finger. Palms can face up. Or maybe today you're comfortable with the palms facing down. So either one is fine. Let's go ahead and inhale to Om. Inhale to Om. Inhale to Om. And while the eyes are shut, just taking a few deep breaths, coming inside, noticing the difference between the vibration that you've created in the body and mind, and how centered and relaxed we are now. Go sit down, go lay down. All right. Opening the eyes back up. Sit. We're going to start off with our hands and our arms. Let's go ahead and grab a hold of our belt or towel. Lengthen up and over as we inhale. Nice deep breath. Let it expand through the heart, through the chest. And exhale, release down. Inhale, drawing up and over. And exhale, release down. Inhale, up and over. And exhale, releasing down. This time we're going to go up and all the way over. So inhale, lengthen up. And exhale, we're going to draw that back behind us. Remember to keep the elbows lengthened, arms lengthened. So if you need to open up just a little more, just release on the belt. Let's inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, bring it back forward. Inhale, lengthening up. Exhale, back and down. Sadie. Inhale, lengthening up. And exhale. Last one, inhale. And exhale, release the belt on the lap. Let's inhale, shoulders up to the ears, bring the gaze up. Exhale, release the shoulders, chin into chest. Inhale, lengthening up. Shoulders up, gaze up. Exhale, releasing the shoulders, releasing the chin. One more time, inhale. And exhale. And then just allow the head to move to one shoulder. You can inhale, lift the chin off the chest. Gaze forward. Exhale, you can press the chin back down across the chest. As we move to the other shoulder, you can inhale, lift the chin again off the chest. And exhale, back down. All the way over to the other side. Taking our time with the breath, with the neck. Inhale. And we're going to exhale, all meeting center, chest, chin. Let's go ahead and inhale, lengthen arms up and over as we bring the gaze up. Exhale, palms together, hands to heart. Keeping the feet firm on the ground. Tucking the abs in. Let's inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, forward fold, heart leads, flat back. Hinge at the hips. Inhale, open the arms out to the side and back up. Exhale, palms together, hands to heart. Inhale, lengthening up. Exhale, forward fold, heart leads, flat back. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, palms together, hands to heart. Inhale, left leg comes up, toes up towards the ceiling. Lengthen the leg. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen the opposite leg, toes up towards the ceiling. Exhale. Inhale, leg up. Exhale, releasing. Opposite leg, inhale, toes up. Exhale, release. Inhale, leg comes up, toes up. Exhale, release. Taking our time, last one. Inhale, toes up. Exhale, release. Let's grab our block or our ball. You can move the belt to the side if you'd like. I recommend scooting just a little bit forward so that we can place the the block or ball between the knees. Still have our hip width distance apart, so whether it be a ball or a block, doesn't really matter. It's what's up to you and what you have and what is available and comfortable for you. So once we get the block or ball between the legs, we're squeezing those inner thighs towards the block or ball, and then we're tucking in the abs, the navel, sinking towards the spine, the shoulders roll back. Imagine that long line coming through the crown of the head so that we have our posture here. You're starting to feel the activation here in the legs. Let's bring our arms down to the sides. You can hang on to the back or bottom of the chair, roll the shoulders back, squeeze the scapulas back together. And then just release or relax the shoulders. Let's inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together, back and down. Exhale, you're releasing the shoulders. Inhale again. Roll the shoulders back, squeeze the scapulas together, shoulder blades coming towards the midline or spine. And exhale, release. Let's continue with the hands being by our sides or on that chair and hanging on, and come back to our leg lifts. So lifting one leg, toes up towards the ceiling, and exhale brings it down. Keep the ball or block squeezed. Inhale, exhale. Focus on the breath, focus on your length. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One leg at a time, switching. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. We're going to do one more set. Inhale. This time let's point the toes as we exhale. Keep it up. Inhale, bring the toes back up. And exhale. Inhale, the opposite leg up. Exhale, toes point away. Inhale, toes come back up. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, bring the arms up. And exhale, let them float down. Keep the inner quads tight. Inhale, lengthening up. And this time we're going to exhale, twist open to one side. One arm comes forward, the other arm comes back, looking over the shoulder. Inhale, forward and front. Exhale, over to the other side. Inhale, forward and front. Exhale, twist and open. Inhale, forward and front. Exhale, twist open. Inhale, forward, front. We have one last set here. Exhale, looking over the shoulder, keeping the trunk lengthened. Inhale, stacking the vertebrae, tight core. Exhale, over the other shoulder. Inhale, let's come back up and forward. Exhale, palms together, hands to heart. Let's interlace the fingers, palms face away from us. Lengthen through the arms, straight from the shoulders. Roll the shoulders up to the ears as we inhale. As we exhale, release the shoulders back and down, and try to draw them back into the sockets firmly. As you keep the shoulders intact, let's inhale, draw up and over. So remember, the shoulders are drawn into the joint. We're drawing down and back, even as we lengthen the arms upward. So we're still drawing the shoulders down and back, squeezing back and down, and lengthening arms overhead, palms overhead. And let's exhale, open all that up, release. Let's come forward as we release, arms to the side. Heart comes forward first, flat back, hinging at the hips. Let's inhale, bring one arm forward, straight forward from the shoulder joint. Then exhale, release. Remember, you could always have hands on top of the knees for this. Keep the flat back and the hinged hips. Inhale, the other arm forward. And exhale, release. Inhale, forward. Arm. Exhale, release. Keep the abs tight. Inhale, arm forward. Exhale, release. Inhale, arm forward. Exhale, release. Last one. Inhale, arm forward. Exhale, release. Arms by our sides or on the knees. Let's inhale, lengthen back up. Your inner thighs should be getting a little weak here, hopefully. And release the ball or block to your side. Here you can come back to our seat and sit just a little more firmly. We're going to open up the glutes, the quads, the knees. So let's bring one leg up. We're coming into our sitting pigeon. So we have that ankle-knee alignment. The hand is going to protect the knee. The other hand can be on the ankle here Take a nice deep inhale as we sit tall. As we exhale, let's just bring the knee towards the chest. You can use both hands. You could interlace, and then you could release. Lengthen through the arms. Exhale, let's bring it back towards the chest. Inhale, releases open. Exhale, towards the chest. Inhale, releasing. Last one, exhale. And inhale, release. As we release that, one hand is still going to be under the knee, protecting it. Let's take the opposite hand, bring it to about the ball of the foot. We're going to manually move through our ankles. So we're making big circles with our foot here. And then we're going to make opposite circles. When we're done making circles, let's take the hand, bring it on top of the foot, point the toes away so that the top part of the leg between the knee and the ankle and even the top part of the foot, we feel that nice stretch. So a little bit of weight in our hand. And then when we're ready, let's move the opposite direction. Toes dorsiflex, hand on the other side on the ball of the foot, drawing towards the shin. Just taking a few deep breaths here. And once again, let's point the toes away. Stretching from toes all the way up to the knee. And coming back, let's come back into dorsiflexion, toes towards the shins. Now you can either grab a hold of the foot or you can grab a hold of the ankle. Let's draw the shoulders up to the ears again. And as we exhale, remember we're rolling back and down. The heart is now coming forward. We're going to keep that flat back, lengthen all the way through. Feel the vertebrae stack, abs tuck in. And we're going to slowly start to release the heart towards the leg. Remember, on each inhale, we're using that expanding breath, filling up. And as we exhale, we're using that sinking breath. Heart moves towards the leg. Four more breaths here. Let's go ahead and start to make our way back up, hinging from the hips, tight core. As we sit nice and tall, take that hand opposite knee that is already bent. Take the other hand behind you on the chair. Keep length in the spine and help twist. Looking behind you or to the side. Finding that breath still. Nice deep inhales and exhales. Concentrating on keeping that breath. Centering the body, centering our mind. One more breath. And let's exhale, slowly release back forward again. We're going to release that leg. As we release that leg, maybe grabbing a hold of the belt. As we grab a hold of the belt, you could either use, once again, interlaced fingers, or grab a hold of the belt, come down maybe a little bit to the shin, bend the knee, and let's draw that knee towards the chest for a moment. Just drawing the knee in. And then let's release on an exhale, or on an inhale. Let's exhale and bring it back up. Inhale, releases. And exhale, back up. Inhale, release. Keep the belt close. We're going to use it for the other side. Let's take the other leg. Draw up, sitting nice and comfortable. Remember stability, safety. Hand could be on the ankle, the other hand underneath the knee. Let's inhale. And exhale, knee towards the chest. Inhale, let it release. Exhale, knee to the chest. Inhale, let it release. Exhale, knee towards the chest. Inhale, let it release. Exhale, knee towards the chest. Last one, inhale. Keep length in the body. Exhale, knee comes towards the chest. Inhale, the knee releases. You can still protect the knee, keeping that hand there. Hand on the ankle is now going to come to pointed toes. Right on top of the foot, you're helping with the pressure here as the toes point away. Stretching between the knee and the toes. Still lengthened, tall in the torso. Abs are still tucked in. Shoulders are still rolled back. Still have that length. Finding the breath. And let's go ahead, dorsiflex the foot. Hand comes now to the sole of the foot and helps. Focus on the breath. And we're going to move back to pointed toes. Lengthen tall. Find the breath. And come back to dorsiflexion. When you're done with dorsiflexion, let's take the hand to the ball of the foot. Start manually rotating through the ankle, rotating with the foot. And then rotate the opposite direction. When we're done rotating that foot ankle, let's come back to dorsiflexion. Maybe hand comes to that ankle, maybe it comes to the foot, the other hand is still on the knee protecting. Let's roll the shoulders up to the ears. Remember our flat back, roll the shoulders back, let the heart lead. Hinge at the hips, keep the core tight. Let's draw ourselves forward, heart towards the leg, length throughout the back. We're going to come back into our expanding inhales and our sinking exhales. Nice deep breaths here. Two more breaths. One more breath. Then let's start to lengthen back up. Hinging from the hips, lengthen through the core. Let's take that hand to the opposite knee. The other hand comes back behind us. Twist. Gaze behind you or beside you. Keep the torso, trunk lengthened, vertebrae stacked, abs tucked in. Find the breath in and out the nose. Let's gently exhale, releasing that twist. Being gentle with our body as we let go. Slowly release the leg. Remember, we're coming back either to our hands interlaced or back to our belt or our towel to help us, whatever you need. Drawing back down. We're going to take a nice deep inhale here. And as we exhale, bend the knee, draw to the chest. Inhale. Extension through the arms. Exhale, bring back knee to chest. Inhale. Last one. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale. We're going to slowly release that. Again, have the belt close by. Maybe it's on the chair, on your lap, or on the ground. We're going to come back to the legs. So let's bring one hand on one leg. Allow that foot to be grounded below the ankle. And the opposite leg is going to lengthen. Let's keep the toes pointed upward. You can bring hands also to the sides of the chair and hang on. Either one. We're going to inhale, stable that leg. The other leg opens up for a partial straddle. Exhale, let's bring it back. Inhale, open to our half straddle. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, open. Exhale, bring it back. Let's point the toes. Inhale, open. Exhale, bring it back. Last one. Inhale, open. And exhale, bring it back. Let's release that leg. We're going to move to the opposite leg. So that opposite leg lengthens out in front of us. Dorsiflex the toes up towards the ceiling. Inhale opens to that half straddle. And that exhale brings us back. So remember that other leg is nice and stable, grounded foot. Lengthen the torso, inhale out. Exhale, bring it back. Keep the abs tight, back lengthened, inhale, back out. And exhale, bring it back. Let's point the toes. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, bring it back to center. Last one, inhale out. And exhale, back to center. Let's release that leg. Let's come back to our ball or brick. We've given ourselves a little bit of a break with the inner thighs. Make sure that we're hip width distance apart, sitting tall in the chair, back to right between the legs and just a couple inches above the knees. Let's go ahead and inhale, lengthen up and over. This time palms face forward. Exhale, we're going to draw the elbows down towards the rib cage. Let the heart lift, abs stay tucked in. Let's inhale, lengthen all the way back up. And this time exhale, make a big circle. Or just bring the arms all the way back down to the side. You can make the full circle in front if you'd like. Inhale, let's lengthen back up. Exhale, hinge at the elbows, draw down towards the rib cage, heart lifts. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, nice big circle, whether the arms come down to the side or you can sweep them in front. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, hinge at the elbows, draw down to the ribs. Inhale, let's come into sun pose, palms face upward. Extend through the arms. Keep the inner thighs tight, the torso lengthened, abs tucked in. Let's go ahead and rotate to palms face down. And then as we're palms face down, whatever side we want to stretch to, let's open up that palm. So the palm we're going to stretch to, open it up, and then stretch over to that side while keeping the glutes grounded in the chair and the feet grounded into the floor. Let's move back to center, palm rotates down. Opposite hand, palm rotates up, stretch over to the opposite side. Keeping nice and firm here, nice and tall. Palm up, reach over to the side. Come back to center, palm down. Palm up, reach to the side. Coming back to center. Remember to add the breath. Inhale, stretch over. Exhaling, center. Inhale, palm up, stretch. Exhale, back to center. Let's go ahead and release the arms down, all the way down. And then we're going to come up. Let's release the ball or block for a moment. We want to come into our eagle's pose. So how we're going to come into eagle's pose today, we have several options. One option is completely crossing the leg. And another option, if you can get the toes or the foot to come back behind that calf and maybe poke out on the other side, if you're flexible enough. Maybe some of us will be here, and maybe some of us can't cross our legs or won't be crossing our legs. So that just means crossing at the feet or ankles. The dog's kind of in the way here, but you cross at the feet or ankles. You can also do it that way. So whichever leg you have crossed over, we're going to do palms face up. Remember to sit nice and tall. We're going to cross, Xing the arms at the elbows. So the one that is going to cross underneath the other is opposite to that knee that is bent and over. And then you're going to hinge at the elbows, palms then come together and center. Try to lift the elbows off the chest, lengthen through the spine, and then find the breath again here. And let's exhale, slowly release that. We're also going to release that cross leg. So remember what I showed you on, so we're switching over to the other side. And once again, you could cross at the ankles, you could cross at the feet. You could also cross all the way up at the knees and the legs. You can tuck that foot behind you. Sitting nice and tall for a moment, roll those shoulders back, lengthen through the torso. And remember, palms are going to face up. We're going to cross the arms, so whatever knee is bent, that opposite arm is coming underneath the other arm. Then you're going to hinge, bend at the elbows, and palms will face each other as they come closer together. Then you're going to slightly lift up off the chest. Find the breath here. And let's go ahead and slowly, gently start to exhale, release the arms. And once the arms start to release, we can release the legs. All right, coming back to that block. Squeezing back between the inner thighs, activating our inner thighs, our pelvic floor. Let's tuck the abs in, so navel to spine, sitting nice and tall. We're going to extend the arms out again, palms face back up, roll the shoulders back. And this time we're going to rotate both hands, arms forward, down, as much as we can, just rotating in one direction. And then let's move the opposite direction. So now we're rotating as if we have, maybe we're hanging onto a doorknob with the hands. And we're just rotating all the way through the shoulders, feeling those muscles. And right now we're doing both arms, hands going the same direction. We're going to switch that in a moment. So whatever direction you are going, let's come back to center. Palms might face down. And let's have one arm move one direction while the other arm moves the opposite direction. So if one thumb went forward, down, and then rotated back, the other thumb went forward, up, rotated back. And then we're going to move opposite direction, so now the arms are rotating. So as if we have two doorknobs, two doors at each of our side, and we're rotating all the way through the shoulders. Keeping strong in the torso, inner thighs engaged, core engaged. And let's come back out and release the arms. Draw the shoulders up to the ears as we inhale. Exhale, release. Let's bring one arm up, lengthen, the other hand can come on top of the quad. We're going to move into our lateral flexion. As we exhale, let's go ahead and sweep that arm over to the opposite side. And inhale, lengthen back up. Exhale, sweeping over. Inhale, lengthening back up. Lateral flexion. Inhale, lengthens back up. Let's release that arm. We're going to move to the opposite. Inhale, lengthens the arm up and over. Exhale, let's sweep over into lateral flexion. Inhale, lengthening up. Exhale, sweeping over. Inhale, lengthen up. And exhale, lateral flexion. And then inhale, lengthen up. Release all the way down. Keeping those inner thighs engaged, keeping that tight core lengthened through the spine. Let's draw our hands out and bring it all the way to our shoulders. So fingertips are touching the shoulders, elbows out to the side, extending from our shoulders. Let's start with rotating by drawing forward, down, back, up. So we're trying to make big elbow circles here. Remember to move with the breath, keeping it nice, slow, and full of intent. We're going to rotate the opposite direction. Nice deep breaths in and out of the nose. One more breath. And exhale, release. Let's bring the arms straight forward again. Palms face up, extending from the shoulders all the way through the fingertips. As we exhale, let's bend the elbows, draw the fingertips back to the shoulders. As we inhale, we're opening back up. Exhale, hands to shoulders. Inhale, lengthen and open. Exhale, hands to shoulders. Inhale, open. Exhale, hands to shoulders. As we have hands on shoulders, fingertips on shoulders, let's extend now through the legs, toes up towards the ceiling. We're still squeezing that block. Let's move the elbows out to the side and even back so that the heart lifts. Those abs are now tucking in and are tight. Let's exhale, try to bring the elbows close together. Inhale, open as far back as we can. Exhale, bring the elbows close or to touch. Inhale, open. Exhale, bring elbows back. Inhale, open. Elbows back to touch. Inhale, open. Keep them open here. Exhale, this time elbows come down to the rib cage. And inhale, lengthen the elbows as high as we can up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring the elbows back down towards the rib cage. Inhale, lift them up. Exhale. Inhale, lift elbows. Exhale, elbows back to rib cage. Last one, inhale. And exhale, elbows back down to the rib cage. Let's point the toes to rotate through the feet. Go ahead and start to release the shoulders as we're rotating through the feet. And then rotate opposite direction. So whatever direction we were moving with the feet, we're rotating the opposite direction. Torso still lengthened, abs tight, vertebrae stacked. And take a nice deep breath. We're going to release that. Let's even release the block brick. And let's open up just a little bit. So let's open the legs. Feeling nice and comfortable. Once again, stable on the chair. Knee aligns with our ankles. Our knees point the same direction as our toes. Let's go ahead and inhale, lengthen the arms up. Exhale, release the arms, coming into that sunflower. So you can just sweep the hands in front of us and then inhale back up. There's an option to hinge at the hips and let the heart lead. Exhale, coming into your next sunflower. If you'd like to do that, heart leads, back flat, hinge forward down, and then inhale, lengthen back up. Exhale again, sunflower, option to hinge forward. Inhale, reaching back up. Last one, exhale. And inhale back up. Let's exhale, just bring the palms facing down on top of the knees, right above the knees. Elbows can be a little bit out. We're going to exhale, heart leads, hinge at the hips, flatten through the back. Allow yourself to move forward down. And let's inhale and bring it back up. Exhale again, hinging forward down. Inhale, bring it back up. Exhale, heart leads, forward down. And inhale back up. We're going to add a twist to this. So nice deep inhale as we lengthen, as we exhale, hinge forward, twist at the shoulders, look over one shoulder. Inhale, bring it back to center. Keep length in the spine the entire time. Twist at the shoulders, looking over opposite shoulder. Inhale, brings us back up. Exhale, twisting at the shoulders, lengthen through the spine, hinge at the hips. Inhale, lengthens us back up. Exhale, twisting and lengthening. Inhale. Last set. Exhale. Inhale. Last one. Exhale. And inhale. Lengthen all the way up. We're going to hinge at that elbow. Palm faces up. Forearm comes down. Hand can come on hip. Let's open through the shoulders. Feel the stacking. Feel the length in the torso. We're tightening our abs. Our feet are nice and grounded. When you're ready, you can bring the arm up. And then you can start to rotate that palm facing you, and you can reach all the way overhead. Still bringing that gaze up if we can towards the ceiling, trying to bring that arm behind our gaze. Nice deep breaths. We have one more breath here. And let's exhale, release. We can hinge forward, hands back onto the knees. Let's sweep the heart as we have a flat back, chest forward, sweep the heart to one leg. And then sweep, still keeping that hinge in the hips, to the other leg as we have a flat back, lengthen vertebrae. And just moving gently from heart center to knee, sweeping forward down, all the way to heart center knee. On the opposite side, we have one more time. Inhale through center, and exhaling to the side. And then sweep all the way back around. Lengthen back tall through the torso. Sitting back down. Opposite hand, palm faces up, forearm comes down. One hand can come to the hip for a moment. Roll the shoulders back. Find the length, strengthen the core, lengthen the back, and then start to bring that arm up. When you're ready, you can start to palm face you and reach all the way overhead. Try and bring the gaze back up and trying to even bring that shoulder maybe a tad back behind you, behind the gaze. And let's exhale, slowly rotating through that shoulder again. Back, sweeping heart center to that knee. Sweeping forward down to the other knee again. Remember, you could use hands and arms. You're keeping the flat back, sweeping to that opposite knee. And then let's come all the way back up to center. Let's heel toe back. 2 hip width distance apart. And we're going to grab the belt. This time we're going to open straddle with the belt around the ball of the foot. So bring it around the ball of the foot. Hands on each side of the belt. Draw up. And maybe even draw up as much as we can. And let's release. Getting a tighter grip on the belt. Inhale, draw up. Keep the torso lengthened. Exhale, let's just release to where the leg aligns with our hip. Giving same leg, same hand, the belt, other hand on the leg or to our side or hanging onto the chair. And let's open straddle again. Inhale, this time with our belt. Exhale. Inhale, open back up. And exhale. One more time. Inhale, open. And exhale, bring it back to center. We're switching the belt to the other side. Other hand is, and then once you get a hold of the other hand, let's go ahead and lift gently up so that we can cross over above that knee. So now the leg is crossing over, still lengthened. And we're just holding it here, breathing. And let's exhale, we're going to release that. We're going to come to our other foot. Bring it into the ball of the foot. Let's lift up. Remember what we did with that other one? We're inhale, let's lift maybe as high as we can. Lengthen through the leg. Exhale, just releasing. Then inhale, let's lift it back up. And exhale, just releasing a little. Last one, inhale, lengthen up. And this time as we exhale, let's move it to about hip so that the leg extends from the hips. Same hand as leg, hangs onto the belt. Let's inhale, open, half straddle. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, open. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, open. And exhale, let's bring it back. We're going to switch the hand. So now opposite hand has the belt as that leg. Remember, we're drawing slightly up over that knee as we lengthen, hanging onto that belt, bending that elbow, keeping length in the torso, finding the breath. And let's go ahead and gently release that. This time you can move the belt all the way to the side. Make sure that you're comfortable in the seat, sitting tall, hip width distance apart. Let's move into our arm coming up over behind our head. We're reaching the fingers down the center of the vertebrae. Take that opposite hand, bring it to the elbow, hang on to the elbow, and try to lift that elbow back behind you. And maybe the elbow points towards the ceiling. You may have found that the head might have moved forward, maybe chin into chest. So ground at the feet, tuck those abs in, lengthen through the spine, bring that gaze straight forward, which pushes that opposite arm back. So try to relax the shoulders as we hang on to the elbow, as the fingers reach down the vertebrae, as we're gazing forward. And let's go ahead and exhale, release that. Remember, we're moving to the opposite arm, so the opposite arm is going to bend at the elbow, behind the head, reaching fingers down the vertebrae, and that other hand's going to grab a hold of the elbow. Draw down, maybe the chin come into chest again. Make sure we have stable feet. Lengthen the torso, abs tucked in. Start to press the head back into neutral so that the arms are behind the head, getting that stretch. And then come back into the breath. Let's go ahead and gently exhale, release that. Let's bring our hands to the knees, gently come forward. Before we come into our Shavasana, we're going to move through our cats and cows. So stabilize the feet, glutes are nice and stable. Have a hold the knees, we have a nice flat back. Let's just take a deep inhale. As we exhale, compression breath, navel to back, chin to chest. And as we inhale, we're coming into our cow. Heart forward, shoulders roll down, back, gaze forward, shine the heart forward. And let's exhale back into our cat. Inhale, expanding cow. And exhale, compressing cat. Inhale, forward, expanding cow. And exhale, compressing cat. Let's go ahead and lengthen back up tall through the torso. Let's find ourselves a nice spot to relax here. We want to come back into ourselves, relaxing. You could do a hand mudra if you would like, maybe fingertip to the thumb tip, palms facing up or down. Let the shoulders relax. Let the feet and legs relax. Try to keep length in the torso, even relaxing the head, shutting the eyes. And as we close the eyes, we come back to the breath. Paying attention to the breath. And even feel the breath move through the nose, into the sinuses, and bring it back to our third eye. Above and between the brows. Taking a moment here as we breathe into the third eye. Inhaling and exhaling through the third eye. As we clear the mind, focusing into the third eye, we start to clear our mind and open into our intuition. We allow this to guide us. We allow an open mind here. So imagining our infinite indigo blue skies at night, speckled with stars. Opening the mind to the infinite possibilities. Allowing us to release attachments, releasing our past, our future, and just taking a moment to be in the present moment. Letting the breath be your focus. As we imagine the infinite possibilities, the infinite sky, we start to come to the realization that we're completely connected. We're completely connected to everything. To the universe, to this earth, to other beings. to the animals, to the plants. So we bring it from the heavens and we bring this energy down. Bring it down into the throat, into the chest and heart. Where we take a moment in the heart and we open to gratitude. We open to love, compassion for ourselves. Once we have that love and compassion for ourselves, we can share with others. And then allowing that energy to sink all the way down through the solar plexus, sacral chakra, even down to the root. Taking a moment to feel grounded here in the root. I am safe. I am grounded. Feeling that stability. As we bring heaven and earth together, we bring it back to the sacral, to our dantian. This is our low dantian. We just center our energy here, feeling balanced, feeling just a little more renewed, refreshed. Let's take a few deep breaths here, centering our energy. And slowly start to open the eyes, bringing movement back to our body. Maybe rotating for a moment through the shoulders, fingers, hands, feet. And then when we're all done, thank you for joining me for yoga. My dog Sadie. Namaste.